Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. All over the fans who are maybe Australians, maybe Englishmen, or maybe Sri Lankan or a Indian, a cricket fan, so called. We are just going to talk about a woman who is one who is related to a lot of cricket.
Of course.
Yesterday, I think I heard something, a guy called Stark.
Right.
He was performing like nothing and he wanted to be in 2027 World Cup too. Right? And he was the man of the series and we talked already about him last week.
Sure.
Right? And this lady is the niece of the great Ian Healy and the wife of this Mitchell Stark.
All right.
And last week, this lady said sad news, when a lady said something sadly and the boy's heartbroken. Mine too, Indusan. She said, bye-bye, I want to go to home and I want to have family life and some next level of cricket.
Yes.
So she is Alissa Healy and I know you are having a different love for her. Tell your love story with her.
Of course. So, to start with, like everybody, I also have the same question. Why Alissa? Why so soon?
Why so soon?
Right. So, Alissa Healy is known as a face of Australian cricket and women's cricket, and she's multi-talented. I honestly don't know whether to introduce Alissa as the wife of Stark or Stark as the husband of Alissa.
That's a good comment. Really good comment and really good. I think she belongs something very specific in a cricket arena and a cricket genre.
Yeah.
No one can compare, no one can just compromise with her talent and what we are giving her this title.
Right. Because she as a teenager done something. She has played for a major tournament, a boys tournament for the team New South Wales. Even though she was born in Brisbane, the Queensland, she actually she made a debut for New South Wales, and that's for the boys game. This is phenomenal. I mean, this girl is so talented and they actually couldn't stop her playing for the boys tournament. And she breaks into the Australian team and her early days were like not so smooth as you want because she was in and out of the team. But the breakthrough of her career came when she was promoted as the opener. And if you are a Sri Lankan fan, you have so many sad memories about she being an opener. But that's life. And she started playing. And she started playing in a same club with Stark as a wicketkeeper. And Stark changed his career path. He moved from wicketkeeper to a bowler. But she stick to be a wicketkeeper batter. And that's how she broke into the team. And she has achieved phenomenal stuff. And she's really a nice woman, but very straightforward, very powerful. And I still remember one comment she made. India and Australia were playing a test match. And India was putting a turning track for Australia. And she was so bold and say like, if they are doing that, they are drafting the problem for themselves at their expense. And she made a point and she came and she actually played well and she led Australia for a really, really, I would say can't say a very long time, but the stint was a little bit small when compared to her previous captains. And I would say Alissa Healy should be given a special recognition for inheriting a team from Meg Lanning. Because Meg Lanning has achieved stuff no other human being, man or woman, who played cricket has achieved. How do you define this mentality that you inherit a team from someone And that team has already achieved everything more than enough. You won World Cups, multiple. T20 World Cups, multiple. Ashes, multiple. And then she just really say yeah, you're going to be the captain. This is...
Yeah, what you're saying is a very emotional moment for me because Meg Lanning is one of my favorites. Because her stroking, her way of captaincy.
Yes.
Even I remember Richie Benoit was saying that other men's team wants to get the example from Meg Lanning's how she leads the team. Because after Steve Smith, there was some
shaky period,
shaky
right?
period for Australians.
Yeah.
So Meg Lanning was such example, right? So she stand up for Australia, and after that, what else a new captain could do? Actually, Alissa Healy could not do much, but she continued that journey. She continued. She has taken the battle, and she has taken the baton in her hand, and in some matches, she's a big time player sometimes. You remember the big time matches, she played it as a keeper batter in single hand, right? And technically, when she sounds like in the middle, no one could look in and just see how you can bowl her out. Right?
So that's even in this latest World Cup, she played some really good knocks. But what stands out for me was that 148, I think, she scored against Sri Lanka. And that's
keep in mind, in the same match, our legendary 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪𝗪 scored 178.
Yeah, but
it is bypass, and no one talks that. Yeah, other than Sri Lankans, 𝗙𝗪 scored such a big score.
Yeah, because many of them doesn't even follow matches. That's now the women's cricket is now on the rise. We'll have a special discussion about it. But Alissa was really a class act when she bats, and some of her shots are really, really. I mean, I just wanted to watch that happens. And one important thing what I really noticed about Alissa, on those days that she doesn't play, she comes to the stadium, make sure she wears the jersey of the team that her husband plays, and she comes with a journal. She takes notes. Every time he makes a mistake, she writes it down. I feel sorry for him.
So this is a wife's way of doing, ladies. You know how it is.
But that shows a passion for cricket.
But I remember when several times actually Stark, when it was mentioned that by commentators with saying that how Alissa Healy involves there.
Yeah, true.
He told that the success of his storyline always is Alissa.
Definitely.
Because at home, when something goes wrong, he is the one first to mention it to him that this is wrong directly.
True.
It was not a wife's advice. It was advice from another cricket expert to him.
Definitely.
So that cricket in life, I think a dreamy cricket in life for anyone to have it.
True. And one of the beautiful things what I really liked about their friendship or companionship, just after Australia wins the World Test Championships in 2023, and they asked who has more medals in your house, right? She said, you know something, we are ordering a new cupboard to keep all these things. So that's actually the typical Australian mentality she actually got. But the nice aspect about her career is she is been growing up with so many stalwarts, as you correctly mentioned, like her uncle was a veteran cricketer and her husband was a veteran cricketer. But she made sure to find something in middle and to achieve a lot of things on her own and to come this way. And she's been awarded as the ICC Cricketer of the Year. And she got the most prestigious Belinda Clark Award, which is given to Australian cricketers.
Just to mention you, Belinda Clark mentioned to be the first Australian women's cricketer who has done so much for the women's cricket to start it up. Not the Australia, but total women's cricket. Belinda Clark award is you are getting, it's something like Don Bradman's, right?
Yeah, of course.
Belinda Clark is like Don Bradman for Australia and the world cricket.
True. She did her own this thing. But one incident which I wanted to really highlight, this must be very funny, but Alissa Healy was playing for WPL and you get a pitch invader coming. Right.
I know what's that.
Right. So there's a pitch invader coming, and Alissa being Alissa, she was like, she just knocks him down because she just said like, and later on they asked like, why you were so mad? She said like, I get really mad when somebody interrupt me while playing cricket, because she was actually captaining that franchise and so many things going on. And she said, I need to work out the matchups. I need to work out the plans and how am I going to do this? What are the things there? And somebody somewhere coming as a nuisance, because that was the season. These pitch invaders were a big deal. There's every match Virat Kohli plays, there will be somebody coming there. And then the famous Javo, right? Johnny Bairstow and Javo, right? And then they started to do that on women's cricket also. And
Don't you feel like it's a warning for her husband?
Absolutely. I mean, if you disturb me while I'm playing.
You disturb me, though you are the great Stark, you are only my husband.
Yeah, so at that point when you disturb me, that will be there for you. And she had some good one-day knocks as well. I remember she scored 170 against England on this thing. And Australians always love scoring against England. And one beautiful thing about Alissa Healy, the very first time I saw her, and that was when the 2012 World Cup was happening, because when the final was happening, I was so excited. I got the ticket for the Sri Lanka versus West Indies final.
Wow, you told me.
I went even before the women's team arrived to the stadium.
My God.
So I saw that final between England and Australia. And
Have you physically met her somewhere? I think she was here in Sri Lanka once or twice, right?
Maybe.
I haven't met her because I have met several cricketers. I'm having good times with the Indian and the New Zealand and those cricketers.
But unfortunately...
Australians, I think once came in Sri Lanka, but not noticed much for me, not recently, I think.
Yeah, sure. And one unfortunate or heartbreaking thing for me is we couldn't see them playing because the match was washed off. They were supposed to come to Sri Lanka and play
the World Cup match.
Yeah, I even got the tickets, no point of going because the whole match was washed off. And that's one of the heartbreaking stuff for me. Maybe I would have seen her playing once in my person. My question to you, this is a retrospective one, because we can only assume, we can only think about it. Do you think that drop of Jemima Rodrigues in the semi-final made her expedite her retirement plan?
Let me add something more, which is I felt in my life, because for me the greatest of Sri Lankan cricket is Muthaiya Muralidharan.
Right.
Because when in 2010, when he just said bye-bye to Test cricket, one asked that even you could have taken 8 wickets in your last test and you believe that you could have done it. And why did you say bye-bye? Because in a test match, if one player can get 8 wickets, right, he is the hero. Right? And a hero who could go easily for the 1,000 wickets, that may be something really memorable, and Sri Lanka could allow it. Even no one would beat it. Right? And asked that why you said bye-bye Murali, why Murali? And his simple answer was, I'm now aged, I feel tired.
Right.
I felt like sometimes bowling for the 10th over continuously, ball is not shaping as I need. Ball is not shaping as I need. Because he was a bowler, sometimes I remember continuously bowling 30 overs sometimes in one side.
True. He has done that so many times.
Exactly. So by that, then with Alissa Healy, I felt like he was batting like nothing. and he was in between taking some rest. I saw in the matches, some matches she has not played, and the semi-finals, crucial semi-finals, I didn't know what happened, but I saw after she missed the catch, the bowler and the whole team looking just, what happened?
Yeah, true.
Because all believed on this lady.
True.
And I think...
And she is not someone who easily drops stuff.
And she, that's a disappointment of her. And she knew that she missed something, because I think by then even, I think Jarima scored something like 70 plus or 80, right? So even she missed it, sometimes the second layer of a player would have come and just continued the match.
True.
Right? But the thing is, missing such a crucial catch for her was something unbelievable for the team and for the Australian spectators, and joy for Indians, of course.
Of course.
And yes, to a player, you feel like, I'm done. Because if you see the WPL now, if you saw the Big Bash Women's couple of weeks back, you saw a lot of big Australian youngsters who are coming.
True.
Even her last, the next tournament which is coming in March, she said, I will not be playing the T20s.
Yeah.
I'll be playing for the bye-bye, ODIs and these things only.
True,
because I want to get the youngsters in.
Yeah.
I think two things. Number one, as all Australian, because when the Megline said bye-bye, she was playing like nothing. She was the best batter in the world.
True.
And people were saying, why Meglanin?
Sure.
Again, it was, I think, very recently.
Right.
Even we recollect her memories.
I think maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Because that's why we say the Alisha's era is very small. Right? And just, we feel like, now, when it comes, her time, why Alisha? And because
I ask you this.
there are more stronger players. If you see the Sri Lankan lineup or Bangladesh lineup or Pakistan lineup, you can still see at least per match about 3 catches are falling.
Yeah.
But not for Australia.
That's our standard, and that's their
so
standard.
we have to look at that.
Yeah. Because anyway, we love women's cricket, and we really respect Chamari and the girls for what they have
Because
done.
I saw the Chamari was missing catches, Vishmi was missing, even Harshita was missing.
Yeah.
The big players, big names of Sri Lankan. We are heartbroken for those things. But Australian standard is such.
Yeah, of course. Because we wanted to highlight this because that's how they improve it. Because a necessary kind of like, a reasonable amount of criticism is needed for them to do a introspection about what they are doing. But because why I asked you this question about Alissa Healy and the drop catch, just after the World Cup and beginning start of the BBL, and I was just normally I sometimes watch the highlights or sometimes the matches also. She actually takes a catch of the opposition player. And she was so relaxed, and she was like...
Relaxed and relieved.
Yeah, relieved.
Like she was doing some jumps.
Yeah. So maybe that would have worked on her, because I still remember this vivid incident of Adam Gilchrist. He just dropped Lakshman on a TV test series. And because Lakshman is not someone who gives the catches easily also. And he just turned back to Hayden in the sleeps. And he said like, Haydos, I'm done. That's the middle of the match. Because I dropped, he asked like, why? Because he just said, I dropped Lakshman. And Hayden being Hayden, he said, you drop many of those things. Don't be so hard on you. But this is what Alissa Healy is all about. And we just really wanted to celebrate what she has achieved. And we are so grateful that these kind of ladies coming. But I'm pretty sure even though she stops playing, very much like the legends of the women's and the men's cricket team, they don't stop cricket. They only stop playing cricket. And Alissa will be one of the most sought after coach. And more than anything, a sought after broadcaster.
She is a very eloquent broadcaster. I think
Absolutely.
during the Ashes, she was being there better than some men's commentators.
Absolutely.
She could beat, and her swing on some commentaries,
Sure.
right, were better than our fast bowler Stark swings, right? Because she was having
Yeah. She always and she's very good about the strategies. And when there is a field setup comes, I saw this. Ricky Ponting does it often. He just said okay, look, the fielder has been moved there. This is what going to be the next ball. This is what you expect. He predicts it.
No. Let me add you something. Because I remember in a match, right, one play, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kaur, right? She played, I think she is having a very famous straight drive, right? I think on the match, first she stroked it very straightly, right? Next shot, also she did both were force, right? What she did was, in the next over, not taken the fielder to the boundary, taken the fielder into the middle,
Okay.
right? And asked the bowler to flight the ball more. I think the bowler might be the king, right?
Right.
Elena King, right?
Yeah.
And bowled it. What happened was, Kaur hit the same shot, right? She hit it very close to the fielder, about 15 meters there. She reached it to the catch without any problem, who was in the boundary there, right? And she was tactical. Either she would play it to the front or to the back to support her, and took the catch without any hesitation.
Oh.
Because this lady is such a lady, maybe that's her testing only.
True.
But was the one who was making the decisions very bravely.
Yeah.
And also she was having some sort of common sense to attack to the other side as a captain. This was something brilliant.
True. So she came, I would say she will be a very, very good broadcaster because she predicts stuff and she's very eloquent and she does all these things. So when we sum up about Healy, she came from a very humble beginning and she actually filled big boots left by Meg Lanning and she lived up to the legacy. She led Australian team to there and she was very clear. Maybe I wanted to say in the presentation of the World Cup, she said, next World Cup, I won't be here. And she lived up to her word as well. I know that we are a little bit sad about you are leaving the cricket, but we understand that's your decision and we respect it. You really lived up to the legacy and you always kept the Australian flag flying high. And you are leaving a big boots. I don't know who's going to be the next captain. Is it Perry? Is it Beth Mooney? We don't know. Australia will announce them soon. But I'm sure that they have a big boots to fill up as well. So thank you for choosing to play cricket, Alissa Healy. And we wish you a happy retired life.
Yeah, Perry, Mooney, you guys have to do some replacement for a girl or a lady who was the highest, dismissal woman in T20 Ice.
Yeah.
And also, she was never second to anyone, even to the gents.
Yeah.
Right? Even the technical stuff and her knowledge of game, her vicinity and all those things, when she is in the ground, all felt like we are having a captain who is backing us up. So thanks for everything, lady, for the family life, because I'm pretty sure that more than anyone who would be most happy is Stark, because he will be getting lunch or dinner which is cooked at his own home now.
And a good bowling coach.
Yeah, because I know, because once you told that I'm a good cook.
Yeah.
And she told that they have tried something together, some meals and all those things, some funny programs. So these things would give good memories. But for the cricket, you two have given a lot of memories and love from as a family, cricketing family, we can say the only cricketing family by now we had in the game. We saw when you were playing big games, your husband was there. When the husband was playing big games, you were there. So that was something phenomenal. In the future, we are missing it. But at home, your own world, you guys are going to build it, because with cricket, getting money and all those things would not give it the family, as you told once, would give you a lot of things for a lady, and you are a lady with a lamp for the cricket. Thanks again. See you one time, because we could not meet you physically somewhere as yet. I'm pretty sure. Love to see you, love to meet you, and love to see you in the commentary box more, because you belongs there. See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, friends.